Hi everyone, hope I am audible. Good morning, good morning. Just waiting for 30 to 40 seconds so that everybody can join. I hope everybody is able to hear my voice. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about DSA. Okay, and I have started a series. Okay, already I have posted an introductory series where I have given the content syllabus, how we are going to proceed, and I've given you some of the concepts also. Okay, so today what we are going to do is today we are going to start with our first topic. The first topic which I have taken is for loops. Little bit we'll understand about the looping concept, and we will understand pattern based problem, which are very important, and it helps companies to eliminate you from going to the further. Okay, so today we will learn pattern based problem in such a way that with just 2 to 3 thumb rule that I will teach you, all the problems will be solved accordingly. You don't need to go for reverse, inverted, X, Y, Z, B, Y, Z. It's not at all required, my dear friends. Okay. It is a very simple concept that you need to start. Okay. So we will do with simple problem and we'll go to the advanced problems. But first we'll understand. We'll start with our looping concept first of all, and then we will jump on to pattern based problems and we'll see how those rules are able to fit and how you are able to solve those particular problems. Okay. Fine. Anybody on the current chat, you can just ping me if you have any doubts, anything you want to discuss. Okay. So that is one of the important way to just communicate with me. I'll respond to you. Fine. I hope I'm audible to everybody. Things are going fine. Things are good. Okay. My voice is loud and clear. Okay. So let's start with this for loop, which is very important in your upcoming classes. Okay. The person or the why this particular topic I have been choosing in the initial stages in your entire DSA class, for loops, strings, arrays, these are the things that will keep on coming back to you. Okay. So let's start with for loop. Okay. So why do you need a for loop? Simple thing. You want to have some repetitive task. Okay. You want to, or I can just say loops. Okay. So why do you need a loop? Loop is required because you want to execute something in a repetitive, okay, I can say in a repetitive fashion. Okay. We have a lot of examples in our real life. Okay. Leave programming and all. You have a real life problem itself. Your daily routine. Your daily routine is one of the biggest thing. You get up in the morning, okay, you brush your teeth, you get ready for your office, you go to office, come back to office, have lunch, dinner, everything. This is like a loop for you. Okay. The very important thing also to understand here is one of the key accessories that you use is your snooze alarm. If you put that, okay, after every 5 seconds, you keep ringing it up. So it will keep on ringing up for you. So that is one of the way to start. Okay. Then you have clock. Clock is again one of the repetitive things. Okay. So these are some of the real life things which continues or which executes in a repetitive fashion. Okay. Example, somebody asks you to write a program to print, suppose, hello world, okay, 10 times. So what you will do? You will go ahead and write a print hello world. Okay. Then what you will do? Again, you will go and write print hello world. Okay. You will go ahead and write print hello world. Okay. Is it so? You are going to do it and again 10 times. Suppose tomorrow I should write 100 times. So because of this, looping concept was actually came up. Okay. It actually came up because of this particular technique. So in this looping concept, we'll first understand about the for loops. Okay. What is the syntax and what is the internal working of for loop that goes up. Okay. So for loop, suppose I am having, this is the syntax. So let me, okay, loops and patterns. Let us create it. It will, I don't require all these things. Let's go here and yeah, fine. So suppose I am going to write a for loop. Okay, so what is the syntax of using for loop? So for loop, you have to first, I'll write something. Suppose int I is equal to 1, something I'm going to write it. Okay, we'll explain what is this. So then it will be I less than 5. I is equal to I plus 1. Okay, fine. So in this, suppose I'm using C++. Language not a matter. I'll teach you in all the three languages. So this is I, and this is what you can write it as something. Okay, hello world, something I'm going to write it. Okay, okay. So I have written some simple code here. Okay, which is the following. So what it is doing for you is this particular guy is the initialization. So it is always said that first initialize your variable. Okay, I have declared a variable called as I. Okay, the data type is int, which is an integer, and I have initialized that particular value. So it is always told that initialize first, and it happens only once. It's not that initialization will keep on happening every continuous time. It is one time process. The first time only initialization will happen, and then it is stopped. Okay. Then next step, condition check. Okay, your condition check happens. Okay, before the start of each iteration. Okay, your condition check will happen. So condition check is where this is the place where your condition check is going to happen. So how it happens is I is equal to 1. Okay, you have initialized the variable. So I is, that is 1 is less than 5. Yes, if the condition is true, then only it will enter inside this particular loop, and you will be able to print whatever, or you will be able to execute the task whatever you are doing right. Okay, fine. So the next thing is, after that, the third step is your third, this particular section. So what happens here is updation happens at the end of each iteration. Okay, your updation will happen at the end of each iteration. So let's do a simple dry run and get it, understand. So let's do a dry run. And in the dry run, suppose I am going for iteration 1. Okay, so iteration 1, initial stage, I is equal to 1. Let me put I is equal to 1. This is what initialization will happen. After this, you will have a condition check. The condition check is something I is less than 5. Okay, so a question whether this is true or false. So in this case, since I is equal to 1, and we all know that 5 is definitely greater than 1, so this condition will be true. Once it is true, then only it will enter inside this particular loop. Okay? Enter inside this particular bracket that you can say, or this particular loop, and then only whatever statement you have written here will get executed. So here you can have 10 statements, 20 statements, 30 statements, doesn't matter at all. Okay, but it will start getting executed. Fine. So now the next thing what we are going to do is, okay, so print. Okay, print whatever you are going to print. Example, in this case, it is hello world. Okay, in this case, it is hello world. Fine. Then your updation will happen. So I will be equal to I plus 1. Okay. So in this case, I is definitely 1, which we have already initialized on the top, and 1 is 1. So this I becomes equal to 2. Then, then comes your second iteration. I can give iteration number 2. Okay. So now your iteration number 2, in this case, initialization has already happened. So I have told you initialization happened first and it happens only once. Now it will not happen. So then what it will do? It will do a condition check. The condition is again I is less than 5. It's not changing. Now whether this is true or false. So I is 2. 2 is less than 5. Yes, definitely it is true. So if it is true, it will go ahead inside again and it will print. Okay, what it will print? It will again print hello world. Okay, and then again it will come to updation. So again, updation is nothing but I plus 1. What is I this time? 2 and plus 1. So this is equal to 3. Again, the same iteration 3. So the loop will continue till your iteration fails. Once your I comes to suppose 5. Okay. Once your I after incrementing, it comes to 5. Then when the condition check will happen, 5 is less than 5. False. So once it is false, it will not go inside this loop. It will come out and it will print whatever is available in this particular line. Okay. This is the basic concept of your looping. Okay. Always understand initialization first. It happens only once. Condition check happens before the start of each iteration. Updation happens at the end of each iteration. Okay. So this is what the concept of for loop tells you. Okay. This is what the condition of for loop is going to tell you. For loop is going to be same in every language, but it's not going to change. Okay. Little bit it will change in Python. We will see that how it changes in Python. Okay. But that will come to know in our upcoming sessions. Okay. So now before moving on to our pattern based problems, okay, I want to just let us solve a very simplest problem that we can solve. Int I. Okay. Suppose I have given int I and for loop. Okay. Suppose I is equal to 1. I is less than 10. And I have given, imagine I is, okay, let me give us I is equal to I plus 7. Okay. Now this is inside the loop. And I have given suppose int x is equal to 5. Okay. And let me give here C out or system.out.println. Okay. If it is C++, it will be C out. If it is Java, system.out.println. If it is Python, it will be print. Okay. So, and the line is that nothing but it is telling you, okay, to end the particular line and start everything in the fresh line. Okay. Now, what will be the output of this particular program? Okay. What will be the output of this particular program? Okay. What do you generally think the output of this particular program will be? Okay. So generally what will happen is I'll just do a try run for you and we'll understand it. So in this case, if anybody wants to answer, you can answer it in the chat. I can see your chats. So that's another thing, but you can answer it. Okay. Fine. So coming to this particular part, okay, what will be the output? So here, first of all, int I and I equal to 1, I less than, already you understood the loop. So what will happen here? Do a simple dry run. Okay. Do a simple dry run. In this case, first I will be equal to 1. What is the condition? I is less than. Is it true? Yes. 1 is less than 10. And yes, it is true. If it is true, it will go inside and it will give you x is equal to 5. But I don't care. Even if x is equal to 5 or 10, doesn't matter. Then it will do the updation part. Okay. Then it will go and do the updation part. So what will be I? I will be equal to I plus 7. So in this case, it is going to be 1 plus 7, that is equal to 8. Okay. So this is your first iteration and I is 8 now. Now it will come to your second iteration. Okay. In the second iteration, what we are going to do? Again, same thing. Initialization will not happen. Already it has happened. So now condition check will happen. So I is less than what? 10. In this case, what is my I? It is 8. So 8 is less than 10. So if 8 is less than 10, that means it is true. Yes, 10 is definitely greater than it. Everybody knows. So again, updation will happen. Okay. X is equal to 5, you can print it, but doesn't matter. Because X, we are not printing it anywhere. So now again, updation will happen. So I is equal to I plus 1. And I this time 8. Okay. And this is the case that will happen. Okay. And updation is I plus 7, right? Let us 8 plus 7. So that is equal to 50. Okay. So I value is now 50. Okay. It will go for a condition check. That is, it will go for iteration. Let me put as iteration. So it will go for a nice little condition check. So I is less than 10. Okay. In this case, now my I is 15. and 15 is less than 10. No, no, no. There's a big negative. It's a false. So it will exit the loop and it will print I. Here you can give system.out.println. Okay. You can give here system.out.println. And my suggestion is please don't focus on the languages. Okay. The logic and the problem solving is the most important part here. Language has lost its sheen, its shine because of your AI and ChatGPT. Okay. So system.out.println, you can give your I. Okay. If it is your Python, it will be print of I. Okay. Anything you want to take up is this upon you. Okay. Fine. Exit the loop and come out. Print I now. Now, what is the value of I? So my I value is equal to 15, and I have asked them to print my value of I. So my output is going to be 15, my dear friends. Okay. So a simple way, but an effective way to understand how it works. Now, one small problem I will give you, and you can try it in your home or you can try and put an answer. This I will not solve. Okay. For int, suppose I will give I is equal to 1. Okay. And I is less than 20. Okay. I is equal to I plus 9. Okay. So int x is equal to 5 or 7, something you can write. Let me put it inside a loop. Okay. And this looks good. I can just copy paste this. So anybody interested can write a chat and let me know. Okay. How it goes. Fine. So later on, we'll also see two very important concepts. Not today. It's not required today. That is continue and break. Very important in understanding because a lot of places you will use this particular thing. Okay. And that also we'll do with some nice little assignment. Okay. Fine. Okay. So now let's move to our main pattern based problems. Okay. I hope everybody has understood the loop. First, initialize it. Okay. Your first task is to initialize it. Then it will go for a condition check. Okay. Only for first iteration. Okay. Initialize first happens only once. Condition check before start of each iteration. Operation happens at the end of each iteration. Okay. Now we'll solve some problem. Okay. Using pattern based problems, and later on we'll see some for loops and all those concepts. That is while loop, do while loop. Okay. Fine. Okay. Because you have to see some of the infinite based loops. Okay. Infinite based loops are very important. When it will be used, I will tell you. Okay. We use in our daily routine. What is the sometimes we have to give infinite based rules, but yeah, continue, break, all those things are there. But slowly we'll come to learn. But right now we'll see some start with a simple pattern based problems. Okay. Now, before starting, I will give you very nice thumb rules. Okay. You might have solved pattern based problems in multiple ways. Okay. Pattern based problems, if nobody has understand or if you don't know, like this. Okay. You might have learned, okay, better write it. Text. Okay. So here I can write it as rules. Okay. To solve pattern based problems. So pattern based problems in the sense, you can understand it as like star, star. Okay. Like star, star, star. You might have seen, okay? Star, star, star. Like this, you might have seen it. Okay. I'm just telling you who has never seen that. Okay. Like this kind of problem. Or you might have seen like this, you give, or you give me like this. Okay. Give me like this. Okay. Anyway, different patterns can be made, can be assumed. Okay. Any kind of problem. So these are right, your pattern based problems. So people always get confused and a lot of looping concepts comes into the picture. Okay. So we will see what are the different good rules available to solve this particular problem. Okay. These are the thumb rules that you should always remember it. Okay. So let me give as, okay. So first rule is use nested loop. Okay. First rule is use nested loop. We will do this practically. Okay. We'll solve some problems. Now, number of times, second rule is number of times the outer loop runs is equal to number of rows in the pattern. Your third very nice rule is number of times the inner loop runs is equal to number of columns in the pattern. Okay. Four is always print your answer within the loops. Okay. And fifth one is the most important one. Formulate the inner loop variable. People generally call it ing, right? I will be outer loop, j will be inner loop. Okay. So I'll just put it in the form of j. Well, this is our rule. There's no thumb rule books and all written on this. Okay. In terms of outer loop, don't worry if you're not understanding anything. We'll do this using a outer loop. Okay. That is your I and the input n. Okay. Simple way that is express j as function of I comma. Okay. Now, if you have not understood anything, doesn't worry. Okay, doesn't matter. We will understand these rules using some problems. Okay. So let us take our first problem of this particular day. Okay. Now, suppose I have given n is equal to 5. Takes a little bit of time to come up. Okay. So it is n is equal to 5. So if n is equal to 5, the pattern is given as like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is good. Okay. Let me give here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then let me give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Suppose if n is equal to 3, it totally depends on the input and all. If n is equal to 3, then it will be 1, 2, 3. It will be 1, 2, 3, and it will be 1, 2, 3. So the question has given that if n is equal to 5, okay, print this. Whatever can be the value of input, we can take it from the users also, or we can just hard coded value. Okay. So in this particular case, let us try and start applying our rules. Okay. Let's start applying our particular rules. So use nested loop. Very good. Why we will use nested loop? First of all, understand this. You have two things to worry here. Okay, but you have two things to worry here. One is your rows. Okay. One is your particular row and another is your column. Okay, that is what I have written. Number of times the outer loop runs is equal to number of rows in the pattern. So I, that is I can call it I, easy to understand. And here it will be J. Okay. So number of times the outer loop runs equal to number of rows in the pattern. So here number of times, how much times this particular row should run? Definitely n times because n is equal to 5. So one more thing that I wanted to tell you here is that people can assume I can start from 0, J can start from 0, or you can start, I can start from 1. It's your assumption how you do it. Okay, my idea is always I take from 0. So this row, okay, this particular row, I always call it 0. This particular column, I always call it 0. Okay, I always start my index with 0. Okay, that's my habit. You can do anything you want, just you have to add an extra plus 1. Okay. So number of times the outer loop runs is equal to number of rows in the pattern. So here I can see that if I start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So overall it is 5. So I have to run the loop. Okay. How many times the outer loop runs? So here it's equal to n only because n is 5. So that means I can have my I in terms of n. Come to J. This column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So column also is fixed and it is dependent on n only. So let us write one of the simplest program that we could have written. I already we have this. Okay. Anything we don't care. Let me till this point it is fine. Yeah. And okay. let us write a method public static void pattern. And this is pattern one. Okay, we'll solve a lot of patterns. This is our pattern one. So pattern one, we will write as for int, since I am starting with 0, okay, it totally depends on you. You can start with 1 also. You can assume this is your I is 1, I is 2, I is 3, I is 4, I is 5. For me, I always start with I equal to 0. So for me, this will become 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So here what I can do is since I'm starting from 0, I will put I is less than n. That is what I have to. Number of times the outer loop runs is equal to number of rows in the pattern. How I can determine number of rows in the pattern? N is equal to 5. Fine. Now, and I will increment one time. That is simple thing. Now my inner loop. Let me best way is static in n, and let us create this. Let's see dot next int. Okay, any okay. Saving is done. That is fine. Now, third thing is print within the loops. Okay, print within the loops. So here, suppose I will give sys out. Okay, and let me give here star. And after star, we have seen that there is one space. After every star, there is a space. So let me give one space, and that is good. Okay. Now, there is small thing or very basic thing that we have to take care of. If I put system.out.println means every time it will print the star in a new line. So what I have to do is once this column is done, okay, that is first row is completed. In the first row, this is what I am iterating. I am going in the first row. Okay, I have given only one row, right? It's one of the problem. Okay, let me give the inner loop. Inner loop I have not yet given. So for int j is equal to 0, and let us give j less than n, and let us give j plus plus. Fine, let's make like this. So now when I am inside this particular thing, so first row when I am iterating, okay, so I should be in the first row only, and I should traverse through all the columns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is what I am going to do here. So when I am doing it, I should be in the same line, should be printed in the same line. So I cannot give ln. Okay, that is one of the things that you have to take care of. Second is once your row gets over, then I should print the next line from okay the next row. So here what I can do is then once this j loop is over, I can just go ahead and system.out.println and give a simple space. That's it. Please understand it. We are just following the rules, whatever I have told you, and you will see the power of these rules as and when we keep on having the difficult problems. So now this you will feel that okay, very easy, Abhijit, why you need all these rules? Okay. So you'll come to know the power. Use nested loop, very good. I have used nested loop, one loop and two loop. One is for my row that I have already told. One is for the columns that I'm already doing. Okay, I'm starting with I equal to 0 and j equal to 0. I'm assuming the index is from 0. The number of times auto loop runs equal to number of rows in the particular pattern. Okay, yes, number of rows in the pattern is n. That is what I am doing. And again for column also say the same thing because column and rows are fixed and both are dependent on n on. So no problem for okay. Here I am giving system.out.print. Okay, I'm giving star and space. That means I'm just putting star and one space will be given, and it has to keep on printing in the same line itself. Okay, that is why I am using the entire column. Okay, when the first row is iterating, you should be in the same line, and then you should move on to the next line. That is what I have done here. Let's go ahead and let us run a Java application. If everything is fine, we should get. Oh, I have not called this method. My bad. Let's go ahead and call this particular method also. Let us run it. So println, because every time I need a new line, so you can see that, right? Since I'm not given print, everywhere it is print, it will go. So whatever input you will give, it will get the correct output. This is very, very easy, very, very easy because your row and column is fixed. It is only dependent on n. Okay. Now let us go and solve the next problem. Okay. Now let us take star, and here also, and I am giving us 5. Let us take this nice little problem. Okay. So here I can say that n is equal to 5. Okay. I'm just telling you that n is equal to 5. If n equal to 3, accordingly your structure will be there. N equal to 2, n equal to 10, 11, 12, 13, whatever you want. Now what you will do? Okay. Now what you will do? It is very good. Outer loop. Let's see. Use nested loop. We will use it. Number of times the outer loop runs equal to number of rows in the pattern. So number of rows in the pattern is how much? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if you start from 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number of rows is equal to whatever n you are providing. If you will provide n equal to 3, I will get same number of rows. So I can say very easily that I is equal to, or I should be done till n times. Okay, that is very simple. That is not at all a problem. What about J? What about my column? In the first row, I have one column. In the second row, I have second two columns. Okay, third row, third column, fourth and fifth, like this I am having. Okay, so in this case, you need to change something. Okay, you need to change something. Why? Because you cannot keep column in the value of n, because now your column is varying. You can see that column is different in every row. Here I have one column, two columns, three columns, four columns, five columns. Okay, so that is what it is happening. So in this case, when my I is equal to 0, okay, my column value is 1. If my I is equal to 1, my column value is 2. You can see in front of you, it's not that. Okay, so now my column value is 2. Okay, what is happening? It is 3. If I is equal to, I can say when I'm third, so then you have column as 4. Then when I is equal to 4, okay, column value is 5. Okay, so I is very, very easy. I am going to use nested loop. Very good. Number of times outer loop runs equal to number of rows in the pattern. Okay, that also I've identified. It is very easy. Now while columns. Okay, sorry, come here. Now while the columns. Number of times the inner loop run equal to number of columns in the pattern. But it is not fixed now. Print within the loop, very good. So now you have to formulate the inner loop variable in terms of outer loop and the input 10. So either way you can use it. Either way, j should be in terms of I and n, or it can be between only I, or it can be only n. So here it's a very, very evident in front of you, my dear friends. Okay, that I can write I in form of j like j plus 1. If I equal to 0, 1, I is equal to 1, 2, I is equal to 2, 3. So if I just add plus 1 to my I will get my j as effective as it could be. So just go here and everywhere you can see this. Okay, sorry, let me put as I plus 1. So j I can put as I plus 1 and so on. Okay, so now I can say that I have formulated my j in the form of I or n. Okay, any way you can use it. You can use I also, n also. Last time I have done using n because it was static and I was getting it. Now it is not static, so I am able to formulate j in the form of I plus 1. So both my I and j are available, and I have done all the things given in the, that is what, in the rules. So I can just go ahead and plan accordingly. So in this case, I can give it as, let me have a pattern based problem, that is 2, right? Let me keep it as j is less than I plus 1. Okay, j is less than I plus 1 and j plus plus. Other things are good. Let's see whether it works or not, or we need to do something. Are you able to get everything? See, exactly same way. What we have done, only thing we have changed is this particular part. Other things we have already seen and we don't need to change because I is in the form of n. Whatever the value of n will be, I will iterate that much times because that is the number of rows. The problem was with the columns. Okay. The problem was with the columns. So with the columns, we have just identified how we can achieve it in a simple way. Okay. Fine. I hope everybody is able to get a particular concept. Okay. So now in the same problem, okay, now in this particular same problem, what I can do is, can I let me give something as 1 and let me give as 1, 2, let me give as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so again here n is equal to 5. Only thing I have changed here, instead of printing a star, what you need to do is you need to print some values, which I am giving. Can I say that the pattern is exactly same? So I don't need to touch my program. I don't need to touch I and J. It is exactly same. There is no difference in the pattern. I can use the same pattern which I have designed here. Only thing what I have to change is the value. So what value you will do here? What value you should keep here? So if you identify the pattern, understand it by different DSA, you learn very lot of things here. DSA is more about your observations. You have to start forming observations. Your math should be good. Observation and maths are two important things that should be always at your best level. So in this case, if you see 1, in the first column, I have 1. Second column, I have 2. Third column, I have 3. Fourth column, I have 4 and 5. So in a very simple manner, without touching anything, can I say that, okay, can I say that the value which I am printing here, okay, the value which I am printing here, can it be j plus 1? Okay, can it be j plus 1? And if you want some space, so have a space in between. That's it. Okay, so whenever your I is equal to, okay, 0, you have 1, then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So nothing you need to change. Just come here, and if everything is good, we will get the exactly same answer. Okay, exactly same answer. So the column value was 1. You have got, since I was 0, you got 1, and it iterated only one time 1. So next time, just 1, and then again added 2. Okay, then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this way you can do it. Okay, so I'm not changing too many things, but with simple activities, we are able to do it. Now, here the next problem. Okay, now n is equal to 5. You can imagine n is equal to 5. Take some time to get active. Okay, so now star, 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 and star. Many people will call it. Okay, I have talked to many people and they are telling that, okay, Abhijit, you are giving me inverted problem. What is this inverted and all? That is what mentality you have to change here. There's nothing called as inverted and all. Okay, there's nothing. Please follow the thumb rule and you are good to go to crack any problem here. So again, how many times my outer loop should run? I hope everybody can understand it. How much time the outer loop can run? Okay, how many times outer loop can run? Simple way. It will run. Okay, it will run. N is equal to, it is 5. So outer loop will run whenever to this particular point. That's it. Nothing more than that. Okay. Now, now comes the beauty. How many times J will run? Your inner loop. Okay. First time. Yes. We know that number of times outer loop runs equal to number of rows in the pattern. So in this particular case, number of rows is equal to n. So that means times I will run. How many times the number of inner loop will run? That is number of columns. But again, column is not fixed. First case column is 5, then 4, then 3, 2, 1. So column is not getting fixed. So we have understood that whenever column is not fixed, okay, or even if column is fixed or not, doesn't matter. Somehow you have to get j in the form of I or n or I plus n. Whatever you want, you have to use I and n somehow to get your j. Okay, to get your columns. You have to find some pattern, and simple way to do it is always with simple observations. Same way how I am doing, please do it accordingly. You will never ever face any problem. I is equal to 0. In this case, how many columns I have? 5. Let me come here. I is equal to, suppose, 1. How many columns I have? I have 4. I is equal to 2. Again, people who start from 1, just you can just add it one more and that's it. Okay. So j is equal to, that is how many columns you have? 3. Similarly, I is equal to 3. So number of columns is 2 and I is equal to 4. Number of columns is 1. Now you should be sharp enough to formulate something, okay, j in the form of I or n. What can you understand from here? What should I put? What should be my j here right now? Okay, whenever my I is equal to 0, it is 5. I is equal to 1, it is 4. I is equal to 2, I have 3 columns. This is columns, okay? You can see here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing I am printing it here. Okay, whatever I have told, I am printing it in front of you. Now, somehow I have to express j in the form of I or n. Okay, I have to express j in the form of I and n. How you will express it? Previously it was okay. Many people say, Abhijit, I will do inverted loop, I will do XYZ, pick this loop, get here and there. Please don't do any of these activities. After I finish this complete pattern-based problems, you can try with my approach and you can try with your own approach. Somewhere here or there, you will get stuck, my dear friend. Okay. So in this case, what can I do here? What is my option available? Can I say that? Can I say that I can find something that if n equal to 5, so if I put here 5 minus I, so 5 minus 0, 5 minus 0, I am getting 5. Okay, let us see here. If I put 4 minus 1, that is not working. This is not 5 minus 0 I am getting. If I put 4 minus 1, that will be 3 and I will not get correctly. So here also it should be 5. Okay, this should be fixed. And here I can give here 5 minus 4 and I can give here equal to 1. Similarly, here I can give as, I hope everybody is now getting the answer. 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. Okay, so n is equal to 5. If I am subtracting n minus I am getting my j. See, 5 minus 0 is equal to 5. 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. Okay, I have uninstalled it. Okay, I'll install it. Epic pen, so I can highlight things. So here also you can see that n equal to 5 minus 3 equal to, this is the number of columns. Okay, 5, I'll give something wrong now. 5 minus 2. Okay, so n minus I, so 5 minus 0 equal to 5. 5 minus 1 equal to also equal to, let me give it correct. Yeah, so 5 minus 4, I am giving 5 minus 1 equal to 4. Okay, I have to achieve this value, right? So 5 minus 0 is equal to 5. 5 minus 1 equal to 4. 5 minus 2 equal to 3. 5 minus 3 equal to 2. 5 minus 4 equal to 1. So I am getting perfectly everything. Only thing I have to express j in the form of n or I or n and I. So in this case, this part is n, which is fixed, which is my law. So j equal to n and minus I. That's it. And you have cracked the entire problem. Okay, you have cracked the entire problem. That is what I have told. Have some patience. After 5 or 7 or 10 problems, you will be comfortable with everything. So here, what I can do is j is less than what I have to put here. Simple, n minus I. That's it. Here you have to just put star since I've changed last time. Since I'm printing star, I can print star and space, and we are good to. Let me save it. Let us run it. You are getting the perfect result that you want. You can run with any input that you feel. Run a Java application, run S3, and you will get the perfect output everywhere. So again, inverted loop, XYZ loop, BYZ loop, no my difference. So this is the way to solve this superb problem. Okay. Always understand these 4, 5 thumb rules. Always nested loop to solve any pattern based problems. In this number of times the outer loop runs equal to number of rows in the pattern. I have been doing it. Number of times the inner loop runs equal to number of columns in the pattern. Print within the loops. I am doing it and formulate the loop, which is the most important part. J will be either in the form of N or I, or you can use both. Okay, or you can use both. Okay, so there can be a lot of patterns available in this particular category also. Instead of star, again, I can give you uh, like this. So this, I would expect people to go ahead and solve it. I'll please on the Telegram group. I will keep on giving you assignments. I will keep on providing the notes, whatever I'm teaching you. Okay, so you will get everything in the comment section in the channels. Okay, so here also, suppose n is equal to 5. Okay, if you get this kind of pattern, so what you will do? It's very easy, right? Now you can do it. I have already taught you all these things. Pattern will be same. Only things you have to change this particular value. That's it. Apart from that, nothing else you have to do. Okay. Apart from that, nothing else you have to do. Now we'll solve again one of the most difficult problem of the day and we'll end the day. Okay. Okay. So this entire series I will be bringing up to you. Okay. My old students have already requested for that. So that is why I have started this particular series. And from A to Z, you will get to know everything. Okay. The same content which I'm teaching in the class, I'll bring it here. Okay. First, please go to the syllabus. Please go through whatever I have discussed in the session 1. You will come to know everything. Now, most like very important question, which you will see here. Let me make it. Very important question, and you will understand. Let me make it star, 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 star. Okay. So I have row number how much? M45, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, and one more should come. What you will do here? Okay, problems will keep on coming difficult. Okay, it will keep on adding. There will be more difficult problems than which I am going to give you. Okay, but what you will do here, first of all, what you will do, same way what you have been using your traditional approaches. Okay, you will get stuck somewhere or the other, or you have to memorize the problem. Tomorrow, if they twist anything here, you will not be able to solve it. Okay, very very important question. Okay, and to understand it, we have to understand a lot of things here. Okay, same rules. There will be no change in this particular rule, my dear friend. Okay, there will be no change in this particular rule. Okay, so here I have told use nested loop, very good. Number of times the outer loop runs equal to number of rows in the pattern. So number of rows, I don't have any problem. 5 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can run I in the form of n and I will get everything. The problem is, the problem here you are getting is there are spaces and there are star. Now there are two things here. You can see, right? You don't bother about the upcoming stages. Okay. Here, after this, you don't bother. What is there? After this, you don't bother. Before this, you have to bother, right? You have to bother this. You have to bother on this. Bother on this. Okay. And it will end here. So here now you have to take care of two activities. One is star and another is your space. So you have to, because some places, imagine this is this column where this guy is staying. Here you have space. Okay, here you have space. Here you have space. Here you have space. Here you have space. So you have spaces and star that is mixed. Okay. So now let us solve in the one of the most easy way that you can ever solve it. Okay. So I will have n, and let me have I, let me have space, and let me have star. We name star as only. Okay. And okay. Now n is equal to 5. N is not changing. N is equal to 5. Now, whenever I is equal to 0, how many spaces do I have? Always I'm talking about the trailing spaces. Okay. After this, I don't care how many spaces are there. There can be, this can be entire space, this can be entire space. I don't care. Only I care before this. Okay. So how many spaces I'm going to have? So here, if you see that I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have 4 spaces available. Count it and do it physically like small kid. Okay. So space is 4. How many stars do I have? I have only one star. You can see it's visible to everybody. So there is one star. Okay. Next case again. Let's come to this row. So n is equal to 5. Yes, n is not changing. That's a user driven. So in this case, now I becomes 1. I have come to the second row. So I have become 1 from. How many spaces I have? I have 1, 2, and 3 spaces. So I can give here 3 spaces. How many stars I have? I have 3 stars. I have 3 stars. Then come again. Now we'll come here. In this case, you have n equal to 5. Okay. So n equal to 5 means I is, okay. I is, that is your 0, 1, and 2. So I am into my third row. So for me, since I start from 0, it will be 2. Okay. How many spaces I have? 1 and 2. So now you could have understood some pattern, what is forming. And here, how many stars I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I have 5 stars here. Okay, let us come back. 5. N is 5, it's not going to change. Now I is becoming 3. So let's make it 3. Come to space. How many space I have? I have only, sorry, I have only one space here. So now it is evident from here also. So how many stars you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I have 7 stars here. Again, the last row, this particular guy. So I is this time 4 because I'm starting from 0. That is why. Space, I don't have any space here. I have 0 space here. How many stars I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have total 9 stars available here. Okay, so now this is the complete table I have available with me. Now you have to find two things for it. How you can define space and how you can define star. Okay, how you can define space? You have to formulate in the form of n and I or n, whatever you are capable of. Okay, so what you will do here? So space, if I take about, or spaces, you can call it spaces. So if I talk about spaces, okay, you can come here. This is looking a little bit easy. This is looking a little bit easy. Why? In front of you, 5 minus 0, I am getting 5. So it's not 5, it's less than 1. So 5 minus 0 minus 1 if I put, okay, here if I put 5 minus 0 minus 1, then I'm getting this correctly. Here also, if I see 5 minus 1, that is 4, minus 1, I am getting 3. 5 minus 2, I am getting 3, minus 1. 5 minus 3, I am getting 2, minus 1. So extra 1 minus I have to do. So here I can say that n minus I minus 1. I have got my spaces. Okay? Very basic, even a 10th class kid can do it. Come to star. Star, what I have to do? A little bit tricky, right? Yes, it is tricky. But we have to solve the trickiness. So here, what do I need? Somewhere I have to get n and I. Okay, if I give 5 minus, already I have given n minus y, it's not coming. 5 minus 1, 4 spaces. 1, 5 minus 3, it will become 2, not coming. Okay, it's completely different. It's not coming. Okay, so what I have to do? So I have to do something else, find something. So here I can think something as, okay, here you can think something as, if I give here 0 plus 1, okay, 0 plus 1, not working, 1 plus no. So I need to, okay, you can form something as, suppose 2 into 0 plus 1, okay, imagine 2 into 0 plus 1, okay, that is equal to 2 into 0 is 0 and 1. Here I can give as 2 into 0 means I. So 2 into 1 plus 1. So this I can give as 2 into 1 is 2 plus 1, that is 3. Something is coming up. So then again 2 into I. So 2 star 2, I is 2, 2 star 2 is 4, and put 1 plus 1. That is equal to your 5. And you are getting somewhere near to it. So 2 into 3, that is 6, plus 1, 7. 2 into 4, 8, plus 1, 9. So this I can put as 2 star I plus 1. Till this point, if you have solved it, you have actually cracked this nice little problem. Let's go ahead and solve our last problem of this day. You have actually cracked it. So outer loop will run for the n times, no worry. Inner loop, now you have two things. You have to print space and you have to print star. So first, let me print a space. Okay. So here for j equal to 0, j less than n minus I minus 1, j plus plus. And here I have to put spaces. So let me give one space. Okay. That's it for this particular part. Let me have another for loop. Okay. Let me have another for loop. Okay. First, let me print space because it is trailing one. And then I'll print star. Okay. So j equal to 0. J is less than. I have already done all the hard work. Now it's the time to reap the rewards. 2 into I plus 1. 2 into I plus 1 and j plus plus. So here I have to print star. So print star and system.out.println. I will keep it as it is. Let us see whether we are able to get it or not. Okay, so we are getting it as perfect as we can. Any other input you can try it out and you will get it, because when your logic is solid, every test case will pass for you. Okay, and how to solve it? This is the way to solve any pattern based problem. No inverted, no exverted, nothing. Okay, nothing you need to do, my dear friends. Okay, I hope everybody is able to get this particular concept. Okay, and this is one of the most significant and easiest way to solve these kind of problems. Okay, so I will give you some assignments in the Telegram group. Please practice it up. We will have one more session, okay, in this pattern based problems. Okay, and in that session I will also teach you. Okay, that is our next session. I will also teach you some classes. I'll take live, some classes I'll upload the recordings also. Okay, I'll record and give you fresh one. So that class we will learn about break and continue, which is very important, and we will see a little bit of while loop and do while loop. Okay, this is apart from solving some more difficult pattern based problems. One of the most difficult problems. Still, this is not the difficult one. There is couple of more difficult problems that we have to tackle it. Same way, there will be no difference, my dear friend. Literally no difference. If you know how to do this, if you know how to form this, if you know how to form this, you can understand how easy it is gonna be. Okay. So with this, we'll end the today's session and we'll meet again. Okay. I'll keep on uploading the videos. This complete DSA series, I have brought it for you guys only. Okay. From basic till advanced level, everything. Please go to the syllabus, join the Telegram group. Everything will be available in the chat. Okay. You can connect with me to in that particular Telegram itself. And if you have any doubt, you can post it there. I am ready to solve that. Thanks, everybody. Take care.